Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Heather. If you're new here, I have 7-month-old twins now, and we just did a trip to Disneyland. If you haven't seen that vlog yet, circle back after this. It is so fun. It's one of those videos I will go back and watch over and over and over again. If you know me, you know I love Disney in general. I worked there for 5 years as a princess, and Alec, my husband, he loves Disney. So we were super excited to bring our own kids to Disney, and we did that this last trip. We went down for Christmas time, and we went to Disneyland the day after Christmas, which, if you know anything about Disney crowds, like on all the crowd calendars, it's just red. Literally, it said don't even bother. But that's the only day that would work for us. So I am here to give you my tips for bringing babies to Disneyland. I looked for a lot of information before I went. I am a prepper, and I feel like I have a lot of good tips to give you if you're planning a trip to Disneyland with little ones, specifically babies. So we're going to cover a few things here, like my general tips and tricks, and then like how we did naps, how we did feeding, what I packed in my diaper bag for them. So let's dive in. Okay, so not to be annoying, but my number one tip is to go in with low expectations. I was like, day after Christmas, 7-month-old twins, if we go on one ride, I'll be happy. Or like, you couldn't get a dining reservation anywhere for months. It's like, if I have to eat a dill pickle for lunch, that's fine. Like, I just went in prepared for, not like prepared for the worst, but with no expectations. Like, we have to do this while we're there. And I think because of that, that really helped the day go so well, which kind of rolls into, we did Genie Plus, and it made a huge difference. There was a group, there was 8 of us. My in-laws brought all 3 of their kids with all of their, you know, significant others plus the babies to Disney, which was so kind of them to do. And then we got Genie Plus. So basically it was an additional $20 a person. It's like their new fast pass, etc. system, $20 a person for the day, and you can do all of your fast passes, or they're called lightning lanes now, on your phone. You get like an hour block, and then once that hour's up, you can book another one. Before it was even noon, we had already done like 4 rides, and we had gotten food, mobile ordering. We had fast passes for Space Mountain right after we ate. We didn't wait more than 10 or 15 minutes for each ride, which also then I will talk about ride swap, because this applies to you if you're bringing children who can't go on rides because of their size. So for example, the first ride we got a lightning lane for was Matterhorn. I think it was like a 50-minute wait. We got lightning lane, and it was first thing in the morning, so we had to wait like 5 minutes to go on it. But I stayed back with the babies, and because we had the Genie Plus, you have to tell them you have a ride swap, and then they just use their little computer to click ride swap, and they give you 3 tickets to use again. That you, doesn't really matter who goes, whoever the 3 people, you know, me plus 2 others, get to go a second time, and you know, someone else will watch the babies while we go. So that's how it works with lightning lane. I believe if you don't have lightning lane, everyone waits in line, you can kind of do your thing, and then they give you like a pass or paper or something that says ride swap, and you can go through the exit once everyone is done. You don't need to wait in line all over again. But with lightning lane, it was just snappy. If you're going to Disney with babies, it's just going to be a bit more stressful, and if you're able to like spring the extra $20 a person, it made the whole experience so much more enjoyable for us. But if you're just going on like a random Tuesday in the middle of February, crowds might not be that bad. Okay, so yeah, low expectations. Genie Plus made a big difference. Utilize ride swap. So I want to talk about the baby centers, because this is really cool, and it was my first time utilizing them. They have one in each park. The one in Disneyland is right by the corn dog stand, and then the one in California Adventure is right next to Ghirardelli. They have places to sit. If it's hot outside, it's air conditioned in there. They have high chairs. They have a little kitchen where you can warm bottles. They have stuff, you know, you can buy if you need extra wipes or diapers. They also have a private little room with chairs for nursing. I took this picture on my way out because there was no one in there when I was leaving, so I could show you guys. And then there's an additional room with a bunch of different like big padded changing tables and like a little kid's toilet. So it was really nice, super peaceful, vintage in there. I only used them one time, and took turns nursing each baby and then changing them. It was really a great space. It was private. It was clean. They were really friendly in there, and you know, there's other moms in there, so you just feel like there's camaraderie in you, like trying to take one for the team and do a Disney day while being a nursing mother. So absolutely utilize those. And I'm gonna then talk about feeding since we're talking about nursing. So this was one of the things I thought like a bazillion times through, like, how am I gonna feed them and nurse them? Am I gonna pump? Am I gonna give them formula? Because at this point at 7 months, we will give them some formula if I just need to take a break, or you know, we need to supplement a little extra. That worked great in Disneyland. So here is how I did it with pumping and feeding. We woke up in the morning and I nursed them, and then right before we left I pumped, and then I brought a little cooler bag. I'll link it below. This is what I travel with. It's awesome. It fits 4 of our Dr. Brown bottles with this ice pack meant for bottles, and then I put the 2 bags of pumped milk in there. And by the time they were ready for their next bottle in the park, we gave them the pumped milk, and then I think by the time they were ready for their following feed, that's when we went to the baby center and I nursed them. So I went a little longer than normal, but that's okay. I'm at a point now where I can do that. I'm not gonna like pop. Then from then on out, we just did formula bottles. We left around 7. So when we got home, I pumped because I went about 6 or 7 hours, which is like, you know, a night's sleep without feeding or pumping, but it was just easier that way for me. Plus near the end of the day, I feel like my supply isn't as strong as in the beginning. So I didn't want to like go to all the effort to do the baby centers and everyone wait for me to nurse just for them not to get enough and then be fussy and then need to do bottles anyways. It was just going to be a bit more foolproof considering we were in Disneyland to just give them formula bottles for their last 2 bottles. So that's how I did feeding, and it worked really well. Very low stress. Again, I went into it like, you know what, if everyone needs to leave and go do their thing, I can nurse them. You know, we had a group with us, which I do also recommend. If you can go with at least one other person, that is going to be like super helpful, because I feel like I really got to enjoy the day because people took turns holding the babies, pushing the stroller, and then, you know, with ride swap, it's not like it was just Alec and I. So let's talk about naps, because this was another thing. I'm like, how are we going to do this? We brought our Up-A-Baby Vista V2 stroller with the rumble seats. We had them facing out the beginning of the day, but then once it was time for nap, if you face the 2 seats towards mama, you can lay them back far, and it worked really well. All I kept track of was their feeding schedule to make sure they were eating every 3 to 4 hours. Otherwise, I was like, they'll nap when they nap. I'm not gonna like put them down for a nap in Disneyland. They kind of napped at different times, and just once they started giving me those sleepy cues, rubbing their eyes a lot or rubbing their face like into my shoulder or just being fussy, you know, when you're a mom, so you can tell when they're getting sleepy, and I would just lay them back, close the canopy as far as it would go, and just stroll them around the motion. I feel like most babies like that, and it'll help them fall asleep. And that's how we did naps. I don't even know how many they took. Most of the time they were short naps. Hudson did take a good like 2-hour nap in the middle of the day. I think Harper just sort of did like 40 minutes at a time or so. Super easy in the Up-A-Baby. We almost brought our Zoe stroller, the side-by-side. Up-A-Baby is just, it rolls so smooth, and it's one on top of the other instead of side by side. Even though the Zoe is a slim side by side, it was nice with all the crowds just having 1 row of babies. Okay, and then let's talk about the diaper bag, what I brought with me. Like I said, I like to be prepared, but a diaper bag with twins fills up really fast. So I had their black Dagny Dover diaper bag, and then I had my milk bag, and then I had my own backpack because it's right here. I got this for Christmas, this Stony Clover Sherpa mini backpack that I'm obsessed with. So obviously I had to bring that. And then I also had 2 little fuzzy bear outfits for them to wear when the nighttime came. So that sounds like a lot of stuff, but the Up-A-Baby has a huge storage. Holding all that wasn't a problem, and I wore my backpack the whole time. In my backpack, I brought myself a t-shirt in case I needed an extra shirt for some reason. And then we put like camera stuff in there. I did bring my LV pumps just in case I needed to pump, but didn't end up using them. And then, you know, just my stuff like hairbrush, ID, credit card, that sort of thing. Then in their bag, I did bring like 2 toys just in case they needed some sort of entertainment if we were stuck in a line or something. I brought them each an extra outfit in case of, you know, emergency. And then I brought them each a pair of pajamas. So around 4 o'clock, I changed them into their pajamas and then put their little bear outfits on because it started to get a bit cooler out. We had, you know, a couple extra pacifiers, a good amount of diapers, wipes, burp cloths. I also brought wet one wipes, hand sanitizer. I mean, you should have that anyways nowadays, but for sure in Disney, I used my hand sanitizer a ton. And then I put both of their pacifiers on clips, and I think I did actually give Harper a toy in her stroller for a little bit. And I put that on a clip also, so nothing would fall out. I did bring pacifier wipes though, just in case, but that wasn't an issue. Oh, and I brought my nursing cover. Didn't nurse in public though. Oh, and then a water bottle to make bottles, formula bottles for them. So that's what was in the diaper bag. So pretty basic stuff. Basically, I didn't pack anything crazy extra, just extra outfits and stuff for the warmth. And that was our Disney day. Those are my tips. They only did one ride. We did Small World with them. I really wanted to do that ride. I'm really happy that they got to see it. They loved it. We thought about trying to take them on like Little Mermaid and stuff in California Adventure, but then at that point they were kind of napping at different times. I didn't want to wake them up to go on a ride, and it was fine. They're obviously not remembering the trip. It was for us to make memories with them, and they'll go on many more rides in the future. So it was fun to go on at least one with them though, so we have that memory. So be sure to go watch the vlog because it's super duper duper cute. If you have any more questions, please comment below, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.